I want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour right here, Illuminati Radio. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop this breaking news on you. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here. All right, so, they put these people in place, you know what I'm saying? For example, Alyson Felix. She's a female who won the U.S. Olympics. They caused her to win the U.S. Olympics just so that they can put her as to be an influencer to push a certain agenda. So I know some of you all heard of Alyson Felix. If you all follow, you know what I'm saying, the U.S. Olympics, you guys know who Alyson Felix is. She only won so that she can become a public figure. She only won so that she can do what? Become an influencer. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to go ahead and play some audio. And for YouTube, this is fair use, YouTube. This is fair use. To all you jackasses over there in YouTube, this is fair use. To all you idiots over there at CBS, this is fair use. Let me go ahead and press play.
Much for having me. Oh, it's a treat for all of us. All right. Okay, top athlete and supermom, I want to hear the truth from you, okay? As successful women.
Now listen. Okay, top athlete and supermom. You know what I'm saying? Where's the daddy at? Where's the husband at? That's my point.
And moms, we get a lot of mixed messages. I've heard, oh, Kira, you can have it all. Oh, no, Kira, you can't have it all. I want to hear what you have to say. I mean, I believe that we should go after it all. It's obviously really hard to do all of the things. But I think when you're supported in the right way, that there's no way that we should have to sacrifice any of our dreams to have a family. We can integrate both. And, I'm out here trying to do it.
Okay, now what I want to know is that's what Alyson Felix said. There's no reason why we should sacrifice our dreams just because we have a child. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever we want to do. We can go out and strip. We can go out, you know what I'm saying, sell drugs. We can go out and be whores and harlots. Just as long as we are living our dreams. All I just want to know is, where is that in scripture, Miss Alyson? Can you point? Because I know a lot of you so-called women out there who want to be lifted up. You guys want to be Christians as well. You guys want to be God-fearing, church-going women, right? But where's that in scripture? You do not see it. Being that you do not see it in scripture, you women are out of order. Stop having children by no good dudes and start having children by husbands. It's a sin to even have a child and you don't have a damn husband. Let me go ahead and press play. Fair use.
And you are doing it. What do you think? What was that extra support you had? What were a couple of the things that made it?
The interviewer just asked Alyson, what was that extra support that you have? What was that extra support? Surely she will say her husband. Surely she will say it. Let's see if she's going to say her husband.
Possible for you to do what you did, Alyson? Of course, family support is huge. I fought for maternal policy, and...
Of course, family support is huge. Still don't hear no mention of a husband. I hear family support, but I don't hear no mention of a husband, people. And then she went on to say, I fought for maternal rights. What you mean you fought for maternal rights? Ain't nobody told you women you couldn't have kids. You women have kids every day. Every day. Every time I turn around, the black woman is pregnant by pregnant, and when you ask that black woman that's pregnant, where's the daddy at? What's the first one what's the first thing that comes to the black woman's mouth? Oh, he don't need no daddy. I'm the mother and the father. You wouldn't have to worry about having that excuse. You wouldn't have to worry about even saying something like that if you just laid down with the right man. You wouldn't have that problem. If you stop choosing thugs and stop choosing men because they look good and they got good sideburns and I like your dreads. If you stop choosing the thugs, you won't have to worry about when somebody asks you where's the father of your child at. You got to blow them off by saying, oh, he don't need no father. I'm the mother and the father. Men are no good. No, the men that you choose are no good. You see? So they use this excuse, woman power. You know what I'm saying? I'm a single mama. I'm a mother power. But where's the daddy at? The reason why our neighborhoods are the way they is today, because there is no daddies. There's plenty of mamas, but there's no daddies.
Or employment. There's so much that you have to be supported, not only at work but at home. So I think once those two things align, it really allows you to go after it. So we're going to talk more about that in a minute and what you've done for maternity rights.
The interviewer said, we're going to talk more about that in a minute and what you done to have children, what you done for maternity rights. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. We want to know what's going on with this, you know what I'm saying, your home situation and your support. Who supports you in your career? Surely she would say her husband, you know what I'm saying. If you're going to lay down and have children, if you're going to lay down and have a child, surely you're going to have a husband, right? Let's see. Let's go ahead and hear it.
Sure left your mark on the 2020 Olympics. 11 medals, leaving you with more medals than any American in track and field history. But you say it's not all about...
So the 2020 Olympics and 11 medals. What I tell you 11 means, people, 11 means foundation. So what is her foundation that they building in her? Woman power, woman encouragement, and the fraternity movement. 11 means foundation. Let's go ahead and press play.
About the medals and the winning. So what is it that motivates you? Yeah, this was my 5th games, and it was different than any other because I felt like I was a representation for women, for mothers. I was out there, I was told that my story was over, and I know that so many women and just people in general can relate to that, and so it was so fulfilling to get back on that Olympic stage and be able to do what I knew that I could. Well, let's get back, Supermom, to what we were talking about. You went up against one of the most powerful sponsors in sports, Nike, and you did it for the sake of maternity protections that you and other moms were denied. Has enough been...
So, she did this for the sake of maternity. Maternity, that's having children, right? If I'm mistaken, I think that's having children. Maternity, you having children, you giving birth, you having children. Ain't nobody told you black women you couldn't have children. You black women have children every damn day. Every time you black women are caught up to the Mexican women. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican, I don't know if you black women are in competition, because the Mexican women for a minute they was full speed ahead of us. But you black women done overseeded the Mexicans. But the one thing about the Mexicans that you cannot say against them, they have their husbands. When you see a Mexican woman that's pregnant, you best believe you're going to see that Mexican father right next to that Mexican woman. You don't see that with the damn Negroes. You don't. But the black women say, the black women excuse is, I'm the mama and the daddy. Just because you choose the wrong person to lay with, and that man done left you, now you stuck with a child with no daddy. Now you want to use the excuse, you the mama and the daddy. Get the hell out of here with that. Find yourself a husband.
Done since you took on that challenge. Yeah, I was really happy that policy was changed. I was disappointed that it took such a fight. I left over that not happening, and such a fight for it to happen. But I think that there's definitely more that we can do to support women athletes, women moms, so that they can be able to compete, have their best performances, be able to travel with their children, all these things, for us to have our best performances on the other side of motherhood.
Now, do you hear that? To be able to travel with their children, to be able to compete. You fought for mothers. To be able to travel with your children. You wouldn't have to travel with your children if you have a husband. You can have your husband watch your kids, right? Surely, right? If your household was in order. Your household, let me tell you something, women. Your household, I don't care how much money you got in your house. I don't care how big your household is. I don't care how many children you got in your household. I don't care how many men you got in your household. Your household is not in order unless you got a husband in that household. Period. So you can go ahead and say, oh, woman power all you want. If you ain't got a freaking husband, you ain't got a household.
What's your advice to other athletes, Alyson, that may be scared to mess with a sponsorship or an endorsement or go up against another coach or teammates that might not agree? What do you say to them if they really want to do something for just the sake of being a mother and an athlete and making a dent in this world? Totally. I mean, I can relate because I was...
Okay. They asked her this one question. What do you say to those who want to be a mother and an athlete? How about a wife and an athlete? I don't hear nobody calling Aylison Felix a wife and an athlete. A wife and a mother and an athlete. That sounds sweet. That would be nice if these women would just strive to want to be wives instead of wanting to be baby's mamas. Why you want to be a baby's mama? I tell you. And they think this is cute to encourage this.
Terrified. I think it's a very personal journey to find your voice, but whenever you get there, speak up, speak your truth, and that might be on a big platform, or that might be, within your small circle of...
Let me tell you what speaking your truth is, Miss Aylison. Speaking your truth is just finally admitting that, listen, I made the wrong choices. I thought the man was going to be there in my life, but he turned out that he wasn't going to be in my life. So I decided to seek the Most High, you know what I'm saying, to have the Most High bring that husband in my life. I messed up the first time on the first child, but I'm going to make sure I don't make that same mistake on the second child. I'm going to make sure that second child is going to have a biological father, and that biological father on the second child also going to be the father of my first child. That's what you should say, Aylison. And to all of you women out there, you should strive for men that is going to be a father to all of your children that are not theirs. That's a man. That's what a man do. You know what I'm saying? But you probably ain't gonna have, you don't have them type of men, huh? You don't find them type of men, right? One that, you know what I'm saying, you have all these children by all these different men, but yet every man that you get only focus in on your vagina and not your kids. Lord, 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 Lord.
Work in your family, tell somebody so that they can amplify what the situation is. All right, well, tomorrow night you are taking part in the annual Salute to Women in Sports. As one of our favorite trailblazers, your message now you said just a moment ago what you would say to mothers, but what about young girls who are dreaming big?
She's gonna say young. Oh, wait a minute.
And they want to follow your footsteps.
Oh, so here's her advice to young girls who have big dreams and want to follow her footsteps. Let's hear what this young mother got to say for young girls.
What do you say? I tell them to go after it, and that's why I love the annual salute to women in sports, because it celebrates those women and girls, and it shows how far we've come. But still, there's work to do. So it's going to be tomorrow, 8 p.m. It's going to be on yahoosports.com, and everyone can go to.
Okay, I'm done with that. But you see what the agenda here is. Pushing that single mother stuff, and you know what I'm saying. I'm done with this. I want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour right here on Illuminati Radio. I'm your host. I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Show your support as I bring you more breaking news stories to a computer screen near you. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this content, and if you want to donate to this ministry, you're welcome to do so. The donation link, PayPal link is in the description box below. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you.